Hey, Turtle Power, Turtle Power. Here's on the half shell. We're talking about them still. Those lovable ninjas, those lovable teenagers, those lovable mutants, the turtles. All right. Named after Renaissance painters. All right. And it's a renaissance of the podcast. We're trying a different recording style this week. Let us know if it's significantly better or worse. I've got over there Logan B. Adair. What's up?
The sky.
Are you serious? What are you, 7?
I don't know. Hey guys, how you doing? Can't wait to talk some more turtles. I can't wait to be finished with turtles, to be honest.
I'm loving it, Turd. I could do 2 more weeks of Turtles.
No way.
No, I
Well,
guess
we'll
you're
get
right.
one in a month or so, right?
Yeah, I'm looking forward to it now. Mutant Madness. Is that what it's called?
No, definitely not.
No, I made that up.
That's Mutant Mayhem, I think.
Oh, okay. Yeah, that makes sense. Mutant Mayhem with
Speaking of mayhem, right?
Oh, that's true. Mayhem from the insurance commercials was a bartender in these movies. Good call.
Yep.
But have you seen the trailers to Mutant Mayhem? It says Perpetual Kid Seth Rogen. Did you see that?
No,
That's what they credit him as.
I didn't
And
see
I'm
it.
like, I don't know if I'd like being referred to as that.
Kids aren't stoners, also.
Well, it might have said perpetual teenager. Yeah, because they're the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles.
Kids don't sit at home making pottery all day.
That's true. That's what he does, man. I saw Seth Rogen at a charity event.
I remember
once.
this. He was wearing red pants, right? Or no, was this Shia LaBeouf? That might have been Shia LaBeouf.
I don't
Somebody was wearing red pants.
But he was donating all this pottery. That's what he's doing now.
Yeah. Well, he usually doesn't donate it. He sells it usually, but yeah.
Well, he was auctioning it off. It was an auction.
All right. Well, that's cool.
Yeah. Someone paid money for the pottery. Okay. Logan, we're talking about the Platinum Dunes Ninja Turtles movies today.
And Nickelodeon.
That's true. I love the Platinum Dunes logo. It's a bunch of dunes, and they're the color of platinum. You don't need to do any guesswork there.
Yeah, pretty easy.
Yeah. All right. So let me take you through the development process of these films, okay? Because the original plan was to do more of those, CGI animation ones.
Right, but then that company went out of business, you said.
But the company went out of business. So the plan was the second one of those was going to be called City at War. And it was going to involve the Foot Clan, and Michelangelo was going to turn heel, Logan.
Wow.
And join the Foot Clan. And then they go to Japan and fight Shredder. I love part 2s. They like to go to Japan, like Karate Kid.
3 ninjas.
Karate. Yep, 3 ninjas. That one too. Good call. And then part 3 was going to be all about the Technodrome. All right. And we dealt with that in part 2 of this new one. All right. But that company goes out of business. Nickelodeon buys up the rights in 2009, and Paramount's their parent company. So they're like, all right, good pickup, Nick. Let's make some Turtles movies. And they're trying to figure out what to do with it. First things first, we know who we're hiring. Michael Bay. Gotta get Michael Bay in on this, right?
Mm-hmm.
And then they're like, Michael, who do you want to direct this? Because you're obviously going to produce these. You're directing tons of Transformers movies around this time. Who do you want? He goes, I got the perfect choice. Brett Ratner.
Yeah. Okay.
All right.
Glad
Brett Ratner. Yeah. But that didn't work out. So he hires this fella, Jonathan Liebsman. He'd worked with him before because he directed the Texas Chainsaw The Beginning, which was also a Platinum Dune production.
Wow.
All right. And he'd fallen on hard times since. He made the Wrath of the Titans, which was a failure on every level. But you like this guy, don't you? Because he directed a movie that frightened little Logan.
Yeah, I mean, I haven't seen that movie in 15 years probably, but I used to be a huge fan of a movie called Darkness Falls about the Tooth Fairy. Yes.
Starring Anya from Buffy.
Who will be in the next episode that I watch, right?
Yes, that is true.
I'm really excited.
All right. So Jonathan Liebsman, he's our director. Who are we gonna hire to write this bad boy? Well, we're gonna hire these fellas, Art Markham and Matt Holloway, because they're hot right now, Logan. They just got a writing credit on a little movie called Iron Man.
That's big.
That's big, all right? So Michael Bay loves these guys. They get hired to write Transformers 5 as well, The Last Night. Is that that's what that's called, right?
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah. And since then, not as much success. They wrote Men in Black International, which was pretty bad. The Uncharted movie with Tom Holland.
You liked it, right?
Yeah, I actually thought that was okay. And now they're doing some of these. They're working for Sony on those like Spider-Man spinoffs. So like they did, I think, some script doctor work on that Morbius, and now they're writing Kraven the Hunter.
Oh, can't wait for that one.
Yeah, we're all looking forward to all of these films about Spider-Man's C-tier villains. All right. But so that script, they didn't like it. All right. They threw it away into the trash, but they still get a story credit on the movie. Now we hire these fellas, Josh Applebaum and Andre Nemec. All right. And they were hot at the time too, because they had just written a little movie called Mission Impossible 4 Ghost Protocol.
Which you just watched last week.
Yeah, I did. Yeah. They come from the world of TV mostly. They got hired to write that because Bad Robot produced it, and they had
Bad Robot.
Yeah, and they had written for Alias back in the day, which was a bad robot. And these days, they're working on that show Citadel, that one that the Russos are producing over there on Prime, I think.
All right.
It's got Nick Jonas's wife in it.
Priyanka Chopra, right?
Priyanka Chopra Jonas.
Oh yeah, sorry. Did she do that?
Yeah.
She hyphened it?
Yeah.
Hyphenated it?
Yeah.
That's good. I would too.
If I married a Jonas brother, I guess so, yeah.
Yeah. Did Sophia, whatever her name is, do that?
No, she's just Sophia Turner, not Sophia Turner Jonas.
Wow.
Yeah.
Right.
Forgot he's married to her.
Yeah, sometimes I forget too. Kevin's just married to a normie.
Yeah, that's because he looks like a fucking freak show.
Well, and he got married pretty young, I think.
Listen, the other two are handsome, so they got themselves some movie star wives.
What about Frankie? What did he do?
Is that the bonus, Jonas?
Yeah, he's the bonus one.
He's gonna marry some bonus lady.
What does that mean?
Maybe he'll marry Elizabeth Olsen.
Oh, all right. Don't get ahead of yourself.
Yeah, but Kevin Jonas. Let's face it, the man has a face that looks like it was run over by a truck.
He's not compared to the others. He's a fine-looking man.
I'm better looking than fucking Kevin Jonas.
Oh, please. Kevin's very handsome.
Get out of here.
You are too, but Kevin's very handsome.
Thank you, Logan. You're much better looking than Kevin Jonas.
Wow, thank you.
Yeah. All right, so they write a script. It leaks onto the internet, Logan, and people are pissed. Let me tell you why. A, they're not calling it Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. It's just Ninja Turtles.
Yeah, I don't like that.
And people are like, what the fuck?
They're
not going to be Teenage Mutants? And I'll tell you why they're not calling it. Wait, what was your joke going to be?
Oh, my phone is calling my father.
What the fuck?
I was gonna say they should have called it what April O'Neil says at one point. She calls them like turtle ninja mutant teenagers or something like that. They should have called it that.
But they can't call it Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles because in this script they're not mutant slogan. They're aliens.
Oh.
All right, they're aliens from another planet, as is Splinter from the same planet. All right. And then we meet the bad guy whose name is Colonel Schrader. And what does Schrader sound like to you?
It all sounds a little bit like Shredder.
It does, doesn't it? Well, that's because Colonel Schrader, he's managed to worm his way into the military brass, but he's also from that planet, and he's a bad guy, and he has knife powers. Like knives come from his skin.
Okay, like Wolverine.
Yeah, but I think more like he looks like he does in this movie, like the Silver Samurai. But you know, alien.
Would that have upset you if they fucked with the origin of the Turtles? Well, they kind of do. How like April knew them for way back when.
Look, by this point, they're doing Michael Bay Turtles movies. Megan Fox is playing April O'Neil. I'm done giving a shit.
Oh, yeah, right. He got her from the Transformers, right? That's another one that he brought over. I didn't think about that.
And she had called him Hitler, and still, she's cool working with him.
That's a thing. I don't know about that.
Yeah, that was a big deal at the time. That's why she got fired from Transformers 3.
She called him Hitler.
Yeah, she called him Hitler, and so they replaced her with Rosie Huntington Whiteley.
All right. I didn't know about that.
Yeah, that's a thing. You were like 10 when it happened, so you don't remember.
Mm-hmm. I was upset, though, when she was gone.
We all were. I didn't see Transformers 3. I don't think it was that. I think it was just because Transformers 2 was really bad.
I saw some of it. Like, he goes to college and, like, meets a lady.
In the third one?
I think so, yeah.
All I remember about that third one is being in the theater and the trailer for it. I didn't know it was a trailer for a Transformers movie, and it was like aliens are coming from the moon. And I was like, this sounds incredible. Sign me up. And then at the end of the trailer, it's like Transformers 3. I'm like, fuck.
What? If you were into it, you should have gone to see it. You shouldn't have let the Transformers.
But I didn't want the aliens to be Transformers. I wanted it to just be a cool alien movie.
Oh, okay. So I guess that's fair then. Yeah. All right.
Yeah. All right. So that's their script. Oh, and also Casey Jones and April O'Neil are both teenagers.
In that version?
Yeah.
Okay.
So that leaks on the internet. People are pissed, Logan. They still get a writing credit on the movie and indeed come back to write the next one. But they replaced those guys for the time being with a fellow by the name of Evan Dougherty. And he was hot at the time off of both Snow White and the Huntsman and Divergent.
Okay.
All right. He was writing those. And he has since written a franchise favorite, the Alicia Vikander Tomb Raider.
Oh, yep. I remember seeing that recently. I remember you loved that one. You were going to bring that up. So he, what was the deal with Divergent? Didn't they were supposed to do 4, but they only did 3, and then they gave up?
Yeah, they made 3 of them, and then they weren't making money anymore. So they were like, they announced that they were going to do the 4th one as like an HBO movie or something. And then Shailene Woodley was like, wait. I did not sign on to be in a TV show. I signed on to be the star of movies.
But now she's not signed on to do much of anything.
She did a fucking HBO series, Big Little Lies.
Oh, okay. All right.
Like,
that's stupid.
Yeah. So they never got to finish that because of Shailene Woodley's greed. Do you think Aaron Rodgers convinced her?
No, I don't think so.
Do you
They're
think
not together anymore anyway?
Yeah, I know. But when they worked together, do you think they watched Jordan Rodgers' season of The Bachelorette?
Why? Why would they do that?
Because he ended up with The Bachelorette. I'll tell you who's still together. Jordan Rodgers and JoJo.
They're still together?
They are still together. That's successful Bachelorette coupling.
I wouldn't have thought that. Why would Aaron watch his brother's season of The Bachelorette, though?
If my brother, I mean, I don't have a brother, but if my sister was on The Bachelor, I'd watch that. I mean,
but why would he watch it now with Shailene Woodley?
No, I'm saying when they were together when the show was airing. Do you think they watched it together?
That season aired 7 years ago.
It was not 7 years ago.
All right, but it was like 4 or 5 years ago. They weren't
together then?
No. They were together like last football season
Oh, all right, never mind.
for like 8 months.
Do you think when Shailene Woodley met Aaron Rodgers, she was like, "Oh, I know your brother from The Bachelorette"?
That might have happened, but I don't think. But I remember during that season of The Bachelorette, they went to his home, and Aaron Rodgers was nowhere to be found. I don't think they talked.
I
about
remember
it much,
that. Yeah, I
but
do remember.
I was looking out.
Aaron Rodgers was not there on the hometowns.
No. They should have said like he was at practice, even though they don't have a really good relationship. That should have been the reason. They're like, oh, he's at practice.
I agree.
Or pretend like, remember in the end of The Godfather 2 where they do the scene where like they're all back together and they're like, Brando's just in the other room because they couldn't get him for the scene. They should have done that with Rodgers or with Aaron. They should be like, Aaron, are you coming in here, Aaron? And then like a voice or like behind the camera, like, no, I'm watching the game or just something like that.
They could use audio from a game. Like it's like, Aaron, are you gonna come out for dinner?
Blue 42.
Yeah, exactly. I was gonna do that joke. Very good. Okay. That script is the final script. The Tomb Raider Divergent Snow White guy,
right.
And the movie finally comes out August 8th, 2014. I didn't go see it. I was sort of interested. I was like, let me see what people think of it. And then everyone was like, it's awful.
Is this the first one you didn't see in theaters?
That's right.
Wow. How old are you? You're pretty old at this point.
Fuck up.
I mean, you're like 28, right?
Yeah, I'm 28. Yeah.
Yeah.
I turned 28 a week before this came out. And then
August 8th, by the way, used to be my parents' anniversary. Shout out to, or I guess rest in peace to that anniversary.
Very good.
August 8th, though.
Yeah. $150 million was the budget for this, and boy, oh boy, was it a hit. 493.3 at the BO. That's Bafo BO, if you ask me.
Yeah.
And it was number 15 for the year between 22 Jump Street and Interstellar. All right.
You
want to hear about its awards?
Sure.
All right. Well, I'll give you the positive ones first. Teen Choice Awards.
It's the Teen Choice Award.
It was nominated for Best Fight. Lost to Mad Max Fury Road. Even the teens liked Mad Max Fury Road.
Yeah.
And Kids Choice Awards, the KCAs.
It's the Kids Choice Awards. It's KCA to you, but it's the kids making the choice. Yeah.
They were nominated for Best Movie, but they lost to Hunger Games Mockingjay Part 1.
Okay.
All right. And then
that made me stop watching the Hunger Games. I didn't even watch the last one.
What?
Yeah, I didn't watch it.
Gotta watch the last one. We gotta cover that new Hunger Games movie.
Yeah, I'll watch it before that.
All right, cool. All right. Will Arnett was nominated for Best Actor, and he lost to Ben Stiller for one of them Night at the Museums. And Megan Fox was nominated for Best Actress, and she lost to Emma Stone for her great performance as Gwen Stacy in Amazing Spider-Man 2.
Yep.
Okay. But it got its most nominations at the Golden Raspberries.
It's the raspberries, no razzmatazz. Well, all we're lacking is a little pizzazz, 'cause it's the golden raspberries. It's the worst of the worst, not the best of the best. It's pizzazz gone raz.
Unfortunately. Worst Picture. It lost that to Saving...
50 Shades, are those out?
No, they gave it to Saving Christmas, which is like a Christian Christmas movie with Kirk Cameron.
Okay.
All right. And worst director. And how about this? Jonathan Liebsman lost worst director to his producer, Michael Bay, who won for Transformers 4. What was that? The Age of Extinction?
Age of Extinction, yeah. That's pretty embarrassing for Michael Bay.
I know. He did even worse than his underling.
Yeah, for real.
Then Megan Fox, she was nominated for Worst Supporting Actress, and she won. She took home the trophy.
Who?
Okay,
Sorry.
Megan Fox.
Okay.
And then we have Worst Remake or Sequel. They lost that to the Black Annie movie.
Mm-hmm.
And then Worst Screenplay, they lost that Kirk Cameron thing. All right, let's talk about it. Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. I was pretty excited for it.
You didn't go see it. You weren't that.
No,
excited.
no. I mean now.
Oh.
Now that we're doing for the pod, I'm like, oh god, there's 2 Turtles movies I've never seen before. Won't that be exciting? Now I knew I hated the way they looked, but now without the weight of expectations, years later, I'm like, hey, it's the Turtles. I like Megan Fox. Sure.
Since when?
Jennifer's Body. Yeah, Megan Fox, Jennifer's Body. And I like Will Arnett. So, I'm like, how bad could this baby be? And after watching it, Logan, I can confirm very bad.
Very bad. You think, I mean, let's not spoil the second movie. Let's just focus on this movie first. All right, so that's what I like Megan Fox from also, Jennifer's Body. That's a great movie. If you guys have seen that, probably, right? People have seen Jennifer's Body. But if you haven't, check out Jennifer's Body.
Yeah. I liked her in New Girl, too. She was in that for a while.
I did not get there.
Yeah.
What is she in? She's in This Is 40. She's in one of those, right?
Yeah. She's fun in that, too. I think she's likable. But I don't like her in this, sex pot mode, I think. Well, I guess that's what she is in Jennifer's Body, though.
But that's the character.
Yeah. All right, anyway. So the film opens stylishly, Logan. I thought the animation, the pop art was eye-popping.
Yeah, sure. I agree.
All right. And you get some voiceover. I'm like, is this fucking Tony Shalhoub? Yeah, it is, isn't it? Tony fucking Shalhoub. I can't escape this guy. He's everywhere I look.
Okay.
I feel like he's been in 9 out of the last 10 movies I've watched. Plus, I just watched the new season of The Marvelous Mrs. Maisel, where he's, of course, the Marvelous Mrs. Maisel's dad.
Wow, I didn't know about that.
Yeah.
I like the other Splinter.
What do you mean?
The one who plays the
motion capture Splinter?
Capture version.
Yeah, because it's little Mickey from Seinfeld.
Yeah, that made me real excited. Is that all he is the motion capture? There's no people in suits in this one at all at any point?
It's mocap. They had all the voices of the Turtles do that except for Leonardo, where they had some guy do that, but Johnny Knoxville doing the voice in post.
Right, that's the only one, and he couldn't be bothered to show up and do that part. But then the next one, he didn't show up. I guess somebody else.
He claims that he wasn't even offered the next one.
Really, everybody else came back. That's weird.
But they were like, we didn't get our bang for our buck from you, Knoxville. We're just gonna get the dude on set to do the voice.
Honestly, fair.
Yeah, I didn't really notice.
I definitely did a few times, but he didn't bring anything, I didn't think. I don't think anybody did. None of them, except Donnie. I feel like Donnie's kind of good. What do you think?
I didn't think any of... I actively don't like the Michelangelo voice in these.
Yeah, I think me too. But I remember saying in coming out of those last episodes, I was like, I want to see more Donatello. I feel like I don't really get him that much. But in these 2 movies, I feel like Donatello played major parts, and I like Donatello.
I'll tell you one thing about these movies. They never let you forget that Donatello does machines.
Yeah, and at all times he has special glasses on, so you're like, because I feel like they don't do a great job differentiating the purple from the blue, so they have to add something else to Donatello so he's not Leonardo.
Yeah, that's fair. I did like that he wore glasses. It's a nice little touch.
Yeah, it's like binocular things on
Wouldn't he
his
be
head.
Oh, yeah, that's right. He wears glasses in the sewers and shit, but when they're fighting and stuff, he's like Horace Grant.
Yeah, it's pretty... Yeah. It's pretty cool. I thought it was a good touch, too.
Yeah. All right. So we meet Megan Fox, and she's in a yellow jacket. So you know who she is, April O'Neil.
Oh, I thought you were going to make a Yellow Jackets joke.
Well, no. April O'Neil just wore yellow.
Oh, should I do this now? I made a list of all the ladies I thought should have played April O'Neil instead of Megan Fox.
Let's hear it.
All
Megan
right,
Fox.
You're
won
already
the-
bored.
Megan
right, so-
Fox won the Razzie for Worst Actress. Who do you think could have not
won the
done
Razzie.
that? Yeah.
All right. Well, the most obvious choice to me, maybe just look directly to her left. Why not pick Amanda Seyfried, her co-star from Jennifer's Body?
Yeah, that'd be all right.
All right. I think she would have crushed April O'Neil. I thought she would have been great. Mary Elizabeth Winstead. What do you think?
Oh, that's the one.
Oh, we're only two in. Hold your
That
horses.
should be perfect.
But lots of Scott Pilgrim co-stars. Okay, we've got Brie Larson. What do you think about that one? She's really young. She's not made anything too major. She's done like Short Term 12 and 21 Jump Street and stuff. That's really it.
I don't see it.
All right. Next up, also from Scott Pilgrim, Anna Kendrick, Scott Pilgrim's sister.
She'd be all right. She's annoying, but she'd be all right.
Yep. All right. Blake Lively, coming off that show she's on. She hasn't made the show.
No, the other one. The dude, Leighton Meester.
Ooh, that's good. That's pretty good too.
Yeah.
She looks really young though. I don't know if I would buy her as like
Yeah, I know.
trying to get the story.
Well, who gives a shit? I mean, Blake Lively always looked too old. I remember seeing her in season 1 of Gossip Girl. I was like, what is she, 28?
Jesus. All right. Well, you mentioned Elizabeth Olsen earlier. What about Elizabeth Olsen?
She'd be all right.
She's coming off Martha, Marcy, May, Marlene, Silent House, and Old Boy. That's it. That's like all she'd done at that point. Would have been a big break for her. A few Community stars, okay? Allison Brie or Gillian Jacobs. Take your pick, whichever one you want.
Either one will be great.
And then these are the pie in the sky choices. These, I don't think you can get either of these. But what about Rooney Mara? She would have been a good April O'Neil.
Sure.
But she's
what
not
about Kate? You just get Kate Mara if you can't get Rooney.
Is she good, Kate Mara?
You think there's a third Mara sister for the bonus Jonas to marry?
I hope so. There's a third Hemsworth, right?
Yeah, that's true. Yeah.
And then last, Emma Stone. But there's no. She was like doing Birdman at this time, coming off Spider-Man.
Yeah. That's way too pie in the sky. Now, how about this, Logan? You got Michael Bay producing. Why not just get porn star April O'Neil?
Oh man! Wow, I didn't even think about that. That's pretty good.
Great.
She's definitely a thing at that point.
Yeah,
I'm aware of her.
This was probably the height of her career.
You might be right, but I thought that was a pretty good list. But Mary Elizabeth Winstead, you seem to like that one.
I think that's the one, and I like your Community idea too. Either one of them would be great.
Yeah, especially because I was thinking Brie Larson or Allison Brie because it's sort of like her Scream 4. She's like a journalist in Scream 4, right? She's always
a PR person.
Oh, you're right. She's always like taking Sydney's phone calls. But yeah, you're right. I was thinking it'd be the same role, but you're right. She's like her assistant or whatever. Anyway,
don't get Scream 4 details wrong with me.
I'm sorry.
I'll take you to the cleaners.
I'm sorry. But there you go.
All right, so right away, Megan Fox is earning that Razzie because she's playing a journalist in this movie. And did you see? She's like talking to this dude trying to get info about something, and she's taking notes on this little notepad.
You thought it was funny?
It was the most unconvincing notes like. She must have just been scribbling.
Yeah, now that you mention it, you're 100% right. I wouldn't have even bought it if she was like taking somebody's order at a restaurant. I don't know what she was doing.
It was wild.
Yeah, it was wild.
Anyway,
what about Olivia Wilde?
She'll be okay.
All right.
All right. Then Will Arnett is her cameraman, her producer, or I guess he's not her producer in the movie, but he is in the cartoon.
Yeah.
And he's Vern. Hey, Vern!
This is a guy? This is a character?
Yeah, this is a character from the cartoon. He wore a pink shirt. And, it's nice to see him. Joe Bluth was the host of Lego Masters. There he is.
Yeah, because he was, of course, franchise crossover Lego Batman.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, good call. Who else?
Who's that girl you like from Lego Masters?
Oh,
Brickmaster
Brickmaster
Amy?
Amy. Yeah,
Yeah,
I follow
Brickmaster Amy
Brickmaster
and
Amy
Brickmaster Jamie.
on the Instagram still.
Yep.
All right, so Abby
By the way, did we
Elliott-
see if the director of that one Ninja Turtles movie, did he get a boost from Instagram follows or anything?
Oh, that's a good call. I didn't check.
Who was that?
Stuart Gillard.
Yeah, I linked his Instagram in the description of the episode if anybody wanted
Wow. Wow,
on
wow, wow. Stu Gillard. Let's see if any of the listeners are
to
following.
remember what it was at last week.
Yeah, I
It was
got
pretty
right
low,
there.
right? You said it was like 500.
Still only at 360, so we couldn't
wow,
have
he
given
lost
too much of a
followers.
bump. Yeah.
Poor guy. All right.
Yeah. I hope some of you followed him. I mean, I didn't, so I don't know.
I didn't either. I didn't either.
All right. He's no Brickmaster Amy. So we meet Abby Elliott as her roommate. I thought she was gonna have a bigger role, but she's only in like 2 scenes.
I liked her. I thought she was cool.
By the way, Abby Elliott, April O'Neil.
You think so? You think she could have been a good one?
She could have been good, or maybe her sister Bridie Elliott.
All right.
Do you think there's a third Elliott sister for the bonus Jonas to marry?
Yeah, I do.
Could be. All right.
Remember
Oh.
Elliot Yamin from American Idol?
Yep. I
He was
sure
on
do.
the Chris Daughtry season. Taylor Hicks, Catherine McPhee. He's the guy that got third place. People don't remember that.
He was big at the time, though. He got a record deal out of that. I remember there was a Elliott Yamin album.
Yeah, I remember it too. I liked
Yeah.
him. He had a good voice.
All right, so we head over to the news station, and we got Megan Fox. She's pitching her news story. Whoopi Goldberg's her boss. I can't stand Whoopi Goldberg because she's an anti-Semite, and she's just sort of farting around the movie. She doesn't come back for the second one. And then Taron Killam, he's also there. So we already got Taron Killam and Abby Elliott. I think they were both in SNL at this time. I guess we're shooting in New York. Let's get some SNL cast members.
Sure.
Yeah, that stands for Saturday Night Live.
Were you telling me or the
Yeah,
people
you.
listening?
I'm just
I
letting
know
you
it's Saturday Night.
All right, all right. We meet Shredder. He's
Yeah,
like
Schrader. Officer
yeah,
Schrader.
Colonel Schrader. He's a big bald guy, and he's got a really deep voice. That's the first thing I noticed. And he's all scarred up. And I thought we were gonna get explanations for those scars that like Splinter fucked him up like in the last movie, but we really don't. Do you think he
No.
cut himself with all that shredding devices?
I think his father used to stick a razor in his mouth,
And that's why he's so obsessed with knives.
Yep.
Oh my god. Wow, what a hardcore origin story for Shredder.
Mm-hmm.
All right, we meet the Turtles, right? They're fighting the Foot. I don't like the Foot Clan in these movies. Let me start right there. They're like in the last one, like in the original Turtles movies, the Foot Clan, they're teenage pickpockets. All right? In the cartoon, they were robots. All right? And now in this one, they're just like mercenaries with guns.
Yeah. Do we meet any of them? I feel like no.
No, but there's too many guns in these Ninja Turtles movies. They fight with swords and shit. They should all be ninjas.
Yeah, don't they end up like getting shot with guns later, and they're like, "Oh, we're bulletproof. Bullet
Yeah.
guns don't even affect us at all." That was a weird moment.
Yeah, they're a real LaRue situation there.
Yeah. By the way, they said in this movie like they're called the Foot Clan because they step on people with no regard for anybody's safety. Is that a thing?
No, I thought that was hysterical.
It was. It was like the first thing they say in the movie. And it took me a while to recover from that moment. It was so funny.
I laughed so much. My girlfriend actually loved it. She was like, "I'm so glad we got an explanation of the name the Foot Clan." And I was like, "You bought that?"
Do they never give another explanation? You're just like Foot Clan, all
No,
right.
they're just the foot. What do you want?
Yeah, all right.
All right. So we meet the Turtles. They're on a rooftop. They look disgusting. I hate
By the way,
noses. They got these little slit noses like they're snakes.
oh, interesting. I didn't really think about that. The guy who plays Raphael, though, Alan Richson, We just talked about him.
Yeah, he's the fucking dude who's like, we don't know whether he's a heel or a face
Right.
government employee in Fast X.
Yeah, he's like, they've got a cult with cars and they always make everybody love them. They're all a family. He's that guy.
Which is so crazy because that actor got his start as a model. Why are we hiring professional models to do motion capture?
He was on Blue Mountain State. I talked about that when we did Fast and Furious. I watched that show and he's like the quarterback on that show. I like him. I think he's kind of funny.
I don't mind
at least
him
he was
either,
on
but
that
I'm
show.
saying why would you hire? You don't need the motion capture people to be this handsome.
Maybe they thought he did a good voice, or maybe he had a good physicality. They thought he did a good job.
None of these guys had good physicality.
All right.
They
I
were
don't
just
know.
turtles. They looked bulky. They had giant fucking shells. Raphael looked like he was fucking 9 feet tall. Meanwhile, in the cartoon, you put the turtles next to April O'Neil. She's like a foot taller than them.
Yeah, that's actually the perspectives of everything I didn't really think about, but that's a good point.
Yeah, it's crazy.
It's not something I had an issue with. I more had an issue with just like how they looked. They were just like really gross, and I didn't like the color of them or anything.
Yeah,
I
they
don't
were
know.
real slimy.
Yeah, they were.
All right, so April, she sees him on a rooftop, right? Is this the subway thing?
I don't know.
Or is that in the next one?
I don't know. I feel like it's in this one.
Yeah, I think she's in the subway. She like chases. She sees some commotion. She runs down to the subway. There's the Foot Clan shooting at people, and the turtles come and fight them. She follows the turtles up onto a rooftop and then takes their picture. All right, and then the craziest thing in the world happens. We learn of the connection between April O'Neil and the turtles.
Yeah.
All right. Now in these movies, April's dad. I hate this. This is like when they do like Spider-Man comics where they're like, oh, and his parents were like in the CIA or like,
Yeah.
whatever. That everything has to be tied in and connected. So April's dad worked at TCRI, which was TGRI in
They changed it? I didn't even catch that.
Well, they changed. I guess TCRI is what it is in the comics, and they changed it to TGRI for Secret of the Ooze.
Wow, why?
So now I don't know. So now we're just changing back to the comic. TCRI. April's dad worked there. He like invented the ooze that turns the turtles. And if that wasn't enough, April used to hang out at this laboratory constantly. She knows the turtles. She named the fucking turtles, Logan. And she fed pizza to the turtles, igniting their love of pizza.
Yeah. I actually have like a big question about this whole thing because it gets revealed that the story goes is that her dad found out he was doing all this evil. Found out we haven't even mentioned William Fichtner. William Fichtner is the bad guy in this movie, but we found out that her dad caught him, and so he burned down the place, right? But she like saved the turtles, I think. But then it gets revealed, no, William Fichtner shot her dad and murdered her dad. So then, did he burn down the building? And if so, why would he burn down the building? Like, if you want to say to get rid of the evidence that he murdered somebody, fine. But why would he burn down his building that he was doing all these experiments in, and also risk killing the turtles? Like, none of that made sense once they revealed that he killed the dad. I don't know. I don't want to get like too bogged down in it, but it didn't make sense.
Well, I was okay with like William Fichtner being evil and him finding out TCRI was evil, but I too couldn't figure out why he burnt down the fucking laboratory.
Yeah, I think it was to get rid of the body, but that makes zero sense.
But but then he's leaving his little girl April. She's in there. She's got to like run out of there with the turtles and set them loose in the sewers.
Yeah, no, it made no sense.
It doesn't make any sense. But what are you gonna do? All right, I will say William Fichtner is my MVP of this movie.
Yeah, that's fair.
He was fantastic. And by the way, they filmed the whole thing with him as Shredder. William Fichtner was cast as Shredder in this movie.
Really?
And then people got mad that Shredder wasn't an Asian fella. And so they had to do all these reshoots where William Fichtner was saying like Master Shredder and shit like that. He's like Shredder's number one guy.
I'd like to find those clips on YouTube. I'm sure they're out there. I didn't know about that.
Yeah. Now I tried to give his character the benefit of the doubt. We first see him speaking at a police event, and I was like, I like the cut of this guy's jib, but I should have known. William Fichtner, he's always an evil guy.
You really?
Yeah.
Always.
When was the last time you saw William Fichtner as a good guy?
I feel like he works at the bank at the start of The Dark Knight, and he just like gets
that is true.
the bank. He's just like a
That
nice bank
totally is
worker.
true. Oh my god, that might be it.
That's it.
Yeah. Because my favorite William Fichtner role ever is Invasion, which was a TV show where he played an evil alien.
That's pretty
All right.
cool.
And so every time I see him, I'm like, oh, this guy, evil alien.
Yeah.
Yeah. But he's great. He's a great actor. I think when we did our top 50 favorite actors list, Henry and I think he was on mine.
Really?
Yeah.
I don't remember that. I don't know if that's true, but it might be.
I'm pretty sure. Oh, he was kind of a good guy in Armageddon too.
Is he the guy at the end that's like, I want to shake the hand of the daughter?
Yes, yes, he is.
That's amazing. That's one of the best parts of the movie.
I want to shake the hand of the daughter of the bravest man I've ever known.
God damn, that is really good.
Yeah. God, I'm tearing up right now thinking about it. All right. But
listen to and Twins, where we covered Armageddon.
Oh, that's right. I forgot we talked about Armageddon on the show.
And the other one.
Patreon.com/the franchise. We did an episode on Armageddon and Deep Impact.
Yep.
All right. That's probably the name of an April O'Neil film. All right.
Speaking of April O'Neil, do you like all the butt shots in this movie we get of April O'Neil, Megan Fox?
Yeah.
We get one where she's like hanging out the window and Will Arnett's like, hey, don't do that. And then he looks at her butt and he's like, oh, keep doing that. You're doing a great job.
Yeah. There's a lot of leering at April O'Neil, and there's maybe even more in the next one because it opens with her doing that like Catholic schoolgirl riff.
Yeah, that was a lot.
Yeah. I'm not complaining, but it was a lot. I'll tell you, this is where I hated Michelangelo the most because Michelangelo, I know him. The original Turtles theme song characterizes him as a party dude, right?
Right.
And that's what he is to me. He's a fun-loving party dude. But in this one, if you did a new theme song for these movies, it would just be like, and Michelangelo is a horny guy.
I think you're gonna say creepy dude.
No, he's so horny. Like every other line. The first thing we hear Michelangelo say is ooh, this looking at her is making my shell feel tighter. I'm like,
yeah,
what the fuck?
That. What does that even mean?
It's a boner joke.
Yeah, obviously. But crazy that somebody thought about that and put that in the movie, and then they thought it was okay to say. But he does that every line he says. You're right. Like, he's never funny in these movies. He's just horny.
Yeah, when they go down into the sewer, he goes, I know I don't have to tell you guys this, but about that girl we just met, dibs.
Yeah. Yep.
Dibs.
Yep.
Like, he's gonna fuck April O'Neil. Is that what we're leading to in these movies? Just Michelangelo fucking April O'Neil?
Well, the first time we started thinking about like them fucking April, I think was the Turtles in Time when she like rips her dress and they're like her legs, oh, her legs.
Yeah,
that's like
in the original Turtles movie, like the closest we get to that is they see her on TV
and blush a lot with her,
and Michelangelo goes, "What a babe." It's like,
yeah,
that's how as far as it should go. Let's keep it at what a babe level and not I have a boner level.
Yeah, my dick's bigger than it was a second ago. My shell's tighter. Wow. Yeah, it's a lot.
It's a lot. All right, what else you got?
Michelangelo didn't understand the ending of Lost. Another bad Michelangelo moment.
No, I liked that moment.
But it doesn't make you not like him.
No, it's a complicated ending, and
Okay.
what I
Don't
want to
spoil
say,
it. I haven't seen it.
I just like that. That's what he thought of. Like it's sort of like the moment where like, in movies where like the plane is going down, and like in Almost Famous this happens. The plane's going down, so they all like reveal their secrets that they wanted to say before they passed. And
Right.
Michelangelo's is, I didn't understand the ending of Lost.
Yeah.
Raphael's I thought was very moving. Probably one of the highlights of the movie.
But then they're like record scratch. We're all on the ground. It's all just
It literally, you're not even joking. There was a record scratch sound effect.
Yeah, there was a literal. They added a record scratch sound effect. At that point, I didn't care. I wasn't like, oh, I ruined that part. That ruined the movie. At that point, I was like, whatever. But I mean, what'd you think about the snow part? There's like a big snow chase scene.
All right. First of all, this takes place in New York.
It snows.
No, it snows in New York, but to New York?
Yeah, I know.
I lived there for about 36 years.
Oh, okay.
But listen, I'm not talking about the snow. I'm talking about this hill they're on. All right,
the 8-mile long hill.
They go tumbling down this hill. It literally takes about 15 minutes of the movie.
Yeah, it's definitely like Furious 6 vibes when they're on the road.
But no, Furious 6, like it's at least hill length. This is like the biggest. It's like they're falling down Mount Kilimanjaro.
Yeah, but in Manhattan.
But yeah, in Manhattan. Where the fuck is this hill?
Yeah, you don't know anywhere in New York that's got hills? Surely there's places.
But there's hills up when you go upstate, but nothing like this.
We should have seen them
outrageous.
Commute. We should have seen them like travel really far to go to the hills. You're right.
But they weren't. They were like at the bottom of the hill. They went into a sewer, and that took them right to Manhattan.
Really?
Yeah.
That's crazy. That's hilarious. I didn't think about the New York aspect of it. I thought the problem was just like how long is this fucking hill? Not that it's actually in New York. But I mean it's a great point. That's not really a thing, I guess.
No.
Especially leading right into your sewer home.
Right, exactly. It's not easy access from a fucking giant hill. Oh, so I didn't know what was going on during that section.
I thought it was pretty fun though.
I don't know. It just went on too long. This movie is too actiony. Like I want to see like the next one. I sort of prefer because it's got more of them. Like they go to a Knicks game and they go to the parade. Like they're just doing stuff.
Yeah, that's fair. That's a fair point.
Yeah,
but I didn't really have a problem with
it. How do you feel about them beatboxing in that elevator?
That was all right. I didn't really have that much problem with it.
I don't know.
I mean, if you cut it
turtles supposed to be black? I couldn't figure it out. They talk kind of street sometimes, and
interesting.
I don't know, but I think all the dudes that played him are white dudes.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure that they are. One of the guys.
Are there any black people in this entire movie other than Whoopi Goldberg?
Not this one. The next one we get Tyler Perry, right?
Oh, actually, that's not true. We meet Baxter Stockman briefly in this movie, Logan. He's not
Tyler Perry.
He's not played by Tyler Perry. Do you know who played him?
No idea.
Mr. Trick from Buffy.
No. Are you serious?
I fucking swear to you.
Oh my god. I'm gonna have to go back and check that out. Do you remember what part of the movie that's at?
No, but if you search like that actor's name and Turtles, you probably find it.
Just like a still of it on Google?
Yeah.
Maybe? Wow, that's crazy. I just watched a huge Trick episode of Buffy this morning, guys. Consequences, if you've seen it, you know. I don't want to spoil too much, but
yeah.
R.I.P.
Over at the docks. R.I.P. Spoilers, bro.
Should I edit that out? Bleep it out?
No, it's fine. I don't give a shit.
Right.
What else you got, Logan?
I like the ending song, Ty Dolla $ign and Wiz Khalifa.
Oh, it's Shell Shocked. Yeah. Which was the same title, I think, as that Gym Class Heroes one.
Yeah,
from the
but that
last
had
one.
nothing to do with turtles.
Yeah,
They're
but
like they
this
realized
one
they made a
did.
mistake. Now we're gonna
They-
make a shell shocked version with the turtles. Actually,
You better believe it. But before that, Michelangelo. First of all, they show up with the turtle van, which I was excited about because
Oh, yeah,
that's
that's in the next movie.
cartoon.
Big part of the next movie, right?
Yeah. And from the turtle van, he plays "Happy Together." Now, did you understand that joke, Logan?
What's the joke?
Happy
It
Together.
made him a happy.
No, do you
Or
know?
it gave him a happy. I mean,
Do you know who performs the song "Happy Together"?
I can't see. No, who sings that?
A little band called the Turtles.
Wow, I've never heard of the Turtles. I didn't know about that.
Yeah, the Turtles.
Pretty famous song, not a famous band.
Yeah, well, they're a one-hit wonder. That's their one hit.
All right, it's pretty good.
Yeah. All right, so that's the Ninja Turtles movie. I hated it.
Yeah, I also did not like it, and I will give it. Did we talk about Will Arnett enough?
Will Arnett was funny. There's one scene where he makes the same sandwich that he makes in Arrested Development,
Wow, that's pretty good. I didn't notice that.
and he's listening to George Michael, which I thought was a reference to his character being, George Oscar Bluth, and there's a character named George Michael in Arrested
must be.
Development. Yeah.
I didn't think about that. That's very funny. I thought he was also pretty funny, but I thought he was a little bit too like his character was too like just gawking at April O'Neil. Much
Well,
like
everyone was though. That was
yeah, because it's Megan Fox and you got to make the joke like she's really hot, whatever.
Yeah. We can never let her just be like a person.
Well, I don't think she wants to be a real person.
Well, I guess you're right.
Kelly.
I used to think she did, but then she like married Machine Gun Kelly, so all bets are off.
Yeah, I don't know.
MGK.
Are they still? Didn't they have like a really bad thing recently? Or I don't think.
Yeah, but no. They had a really bad thing recently, but then they were spotted going to couples therapy together, so they're trying to make it work.
Okay, that's good actually.
Good for them.
Yeah, really. I mean, that's a good step, right?
Yeah, listen, more celebs should try it.
Maybe they do. I don't know. No, they
It's
probably get
not
photographed
working
more
out.
often.
Yeah, they would, right?
Yeah,
That's what I would do. I would just like set up base in Hollywood if I was a paparazzi out by the couples therapy places,
yeah. That's pretty good actually.
right?
But those people are probably so crazy. They probably don't go that often. That's why I'm actually pretty proud of Megan Fox and Machine Gun Kelly.
That's right. Work on your issues, fellas.
Yeah. Remember the thing we watched Machine Gun Kelly in?
No, I was trying to think of it.
Jackass Forever.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah,
I remember because I was picturing him standing on a platform in front of a pool, and I was like, "What the fuck was that?"
I think he battled Steve-O in like an elliptical race, and then they got slapped. One of them got slapped off.
Boy, you hear, what's his face? Bam. He's still doing really bad.
Yeah, I haven't heard anything new. What new happened?
I don't know, some stuff. He like went AWOL for a while, and then he was talking about like he only wants to do drugs.
Oh, that's not good.
And his kid was like pleading for him on the internet, and he was not giving a shit. It was bad.
Yeah, it's
All
very
right.
sad. Let's
Bam.
move on.
Yeah, let's move on from that. What do you give this movie?
I will give it. I feel like you're gonna go 1 because you liked the second one more, so you might give 2 a 2, or maybe you'll give them both a 1. I don't know, but I don't know if I liked the second one more. I might go 2. No, I'll go 2.
I'm gonna
No, I'll
give it
go
a
one.
1.
Yeah,
I'm
I'm
gonna
gonna
give
go
it a
one.
1. Who's your MVP?
My MVP, I'm gonna go with Donatello.
Okay, I'm gonna go with William Fichtner.
Yeah, it's a good pick.
Hey, we didn't talk about when Michelangelo farted and he goes pepperoni farts.
Yeah, gross.
That was a good moment, wasn't it? Hey, what are those skateboards that they're riding on in these movies? They're like super powered rocket skateboards.
Yeah, what about him?
I didn't really understand
Donatello
them.
can make cool stuff.
Oh yeah, I guess so. It's all Donatello doing machines.
Yeah.
Who's your LVP?
My LVP, I'm gonna go with April O'Neil.
Oh
No, maybe Whoopi.
I'm going with Splinter.
Which version? The voice or the character or
Both.
the way it looked? What about?
Everything. The voice is fine, I guess, but the look of it. He's got this Fu Manchu mustache, which I don't even know how a rat could grow. All right. He's got a top knot, looking like fucking Toshiro Mifune. He's got this creepy prehensile tail that he grabs people with.
Oh yeah, I kind of like that.
I did not like them at all. And at one point, he gets mad at the turtles for going outside, and he like tortures them. He like puts them
that was
all
kinda
in a
cool.
torture device.
I thought
that was cool.
I thought Splinter was kind of cool. He got the information out of them. He was like tortured them with pizza. It was like, I'll give you pizza if you talk. I don't know. I thought it showed real control from Splinter.
I don't know. He was
I
doing
liked
like
him.
a Survivor challenge or something. But and I also didn't like that he didn't learn karate as a rat, like as a little rat. He like decided as a mutant rat, like let's learn karate, I guess.
Why is that bad?
I don't know. Is it like why?
If
I
you
thought, like,
decide
the
to
whole-
save the
I-
world later on in life, that's just as good.
But I
as-
thought the whole reason he's into ninja shit is because he was raised by a ninja.
They change it. Everybody's origin in this one. Get over it.
Dumb.
Get over it.
All right. You want to talk about the next one?
Sure. Let's go out of the shadows, bro.
All right, man.
I didn't really understand it. Like, they're out of the shadows in the first one. Why is the second one all about coming out of the shadows?
No, they come out of the shadows of the sewer in the first one, but they go public in this one. That's the real out of the shadows because they made a deal with Will Arnett that he was gonna like take credit for all their heroism from the first one in
But they
order
can't
to
even
keep them a
leave.
secret.
Splinter's like, you guys can't even leave the sewer in this. It's like, why? You already left it in the first one. Why not just keep doing it?
But out of the shadows, it's simply a metaphor for them because at the end of this
I
one,
really loved this. You're gonna like defend every aspect of the movie, I think.
well, I do think it's a significant improvement.
Okay, wow. I don't really think that, and I thought it was longer and
It
more-
was
but-
longer. Yeah, I'm with you there. But
All right, let's talk about who made it and everything.
okay. We got Nemec and Applebaum back to right, but we're replacing the director. Because I'll tell you what happened. The last movie made money, but nobody liked it. Like, I remember the reaction at the time. Like, people hated that fucking movie. And now here, they're doing a second one. So we hire this fella, Dave Green, who's more of an animated guy. He's currently working on a movie called Coyote versus Acme, which is like a Looney Tunes movie, which is being produced by James Gunn. That could be good.
Yeah, sounds interesting.
Yeah. And this movie that cost $135 million to make, and it only made 245.6. That's why they didn't make any more after this one. And I think it's just because people stayed away because the last one was so bad. I think if that last one never got made and this came out in theaters, we'd still be making these today.
We are. We're coming out in a month.
No, but I mean, we'd still be making sequels to this.
Yeah, I understand, but I mean, there's probably a lot of good sequels out there that just never got made because the previous one was bad, right?
But this got made, but people didn't give it a chance.
That's what I mean.
They're trying
Like
to...
didn't X-Men? I feel like X-Men stopped. There was like Apocalypse, Dark Phoenix, and then they stopped with X-Men. And it's like if people went and saw it, because
But
well, I guess
they
Dark
never
Phoenix
made
is bad.
another like really good one.
Yeah, I
It's
guess.
like
I guess
They
that would be the way to start
reformed.
things.
They reformed. They realized what they did wrong. They fucking fixed it, and but people didn't go see it because the last one was so bad that it was like, why are we gonna go see another one of those?
Yeah, I really didn't think this was all that good. I thought that like the like, are you a big fan of that guy with the head coming out of the stomach? Were you like
Yes.
really pumped to see that guy?
Yes.
Okay. Because that whole part of the movie, I was like, so there are these villains with like Shredder and Tyler Perry, but then like halfway through we introduce this other guy, and it's like they have to answer to him. And at that point, I was a little bored by the plot. But I guess you weren't
Listen.
because you were so excited.
As a fan of the Turtles cartoon,
And
This-
you love the guy who played him. You're the
what,
number
Brad
one fan,
Garrett?
right? You just said recently you're the number one Brad Garrett fan or something.
I love Brad Garrett.
You said that's your new thing.
Yeah, he's got a stand-up comedy room that it's like 10 minutes from my apartment. I'm there every night just hoping Brad shows up. Yeah. Deborah. No,
That's not him.
Wait, fucking. But no, like as a kid watching those 3 live-action Turtles movies, here's my only complaints about those movies as a kid. Where's Krang?
Yeah, that's what's missing. So
where's Bebop and Rocksteady? All right.
Oh.
Where's Baxter Stockman? All right. And now here they all are. The only complaint I had about this movie, Baxter Stockman never turned into a fly. I think they were setting that up for the next one.
Wow, I didn't know about that.
Yeah.
Yeah, he sort of just disappears, right?
Well,
they're like, you've been bad. We're gonna take you off, and then there's like 40 minutes of the movie left, and he's gone. Maybe not that much.
Exactly. I skimmed through the credits because I thought we might get a post-credit sequence of him as a fly.
Oh, yeah. What happened? No post credits. I turned it off.
No post-credits.
Okay. I should probably stick through the credits because I usually do miss.
At least give it a good fast forward.
Yeah, I can just like skim through it.
Yeah. Anyway, this movie came in at number 37 at the box office between The Accountant and The Purge election year.
Wow.
And
he didn't direct The Accountant, right? Or did he?
No, he's just in that. You talking about Affleck?
Yeah, Ben.
Yeah.
I saw a sexy photo of him yesterday. You see that one? Or a couple
No.
Father's Day. It was like J-Lo posted like everyone post their daddies, and it was like Happy Father's Day, Poppy, and it was like to Ben Affleck, and it was like Ben taking a mirror selfie out of the shower, and he's like, you can tell she like cropped out his dick from the photo.
Wow.
Yeah, he was like fully nude in the photo.
Holy shit! I gotta look into that.
Yeah, just look up J-Lo. It'll be the first thing pops up.
I will. I don't follow J-Lo for some reason.
That's crazy.
Maybe I should.
Yeah.
All right. What do we got? This movie was nominated for some shit. Kids' Choice Awards. I'll tell you what swept the Kids' Choice Awards that year, though, was Lady Ghostbusters.
Yeah. All right.
Because this was nominated for Best Movie, Best Actor, and Best Actress, and they lost to Lady Ghostbusters, Chris Hemsworth for Lady Ghostbusters, and Melissa McCarthy for Lady Ghostbusters.
Okay.
All right.
You agree with those picks?
Well, they were all incredible, yes.
What's better, this or that movie? I haven't seen that movie. I think I'm gonna watch it for when we rank threes in a few weeks.
That's better.
All right.
It's not great or anything, but it's better. Like I don't think this is a great movie. I just think it's a large improvement on the last one.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Razzies, we're still doing that. Worst actress, Megan Fox. She did not win, though, this time. Because there was some movie that year that was like this Republican movie called Hillary's America. And it was all about how Hillary Clinton likes to, like, you know, decapitate babies and eat their brains. And
she's got those fucking emails, God damn it. We got to get to the bottom of that.
Oh, yeah. She
what about those emails?
You know, she smashed her laptop with a hammer.
Oh, there's some nasty stuff going on for sure.
Yeah.
She's hiding stuff.
All right, so whoever played Hillary in that movie won. But worst remake or sequel was nominated for that as well. It lost to a movie my old co-host Henry likes to call Beavis Dodge. That's Batman versus Superman, Dawn of Justice.
All right, fair enough.
Yeah. Let's talk about the movie.
Yep.
Now, right off the bat, we're doing some crazy shit. They're on the Empire State Building. And I'm like, how'd they get up there? I still don't know. Did they just take the elevator?
Yeah, and they did their little rap all the way up there.
Oh, you might be right.
How do you get up to the top of the Empire State Building? Can you just take an elevator up there?
Yeah, that's what you do.
Cool. People work there, right?
Yes, of
that's
course.
A big thing in Elf, right? His dad works in the Empire State Building.
Does
James
he? I don't remember that from.
I think so. I think that's a big part of that movie.
All right.
Can I bring something up since you're bored and you need a break?
Yes.
Oh, another part of this movie that I don't like is it's one of those movies that's just like a giant portal in the sky. There's a light beam in the sky and a big
Yeah.
portal. It's one of those. And so I made a list of 10 movies that came out around this time that all have a big portal in the sky. Okay?
All right.
The
but see-
Avengers.
But can
Yeah.
I just say something? The Ninja Turtles are a Portal franchise. They always have been.
This is the first one I've seen a portal.
The because they haven't done it in the movies, but for me as a fan of the cartoon, I'm like, oh my god, it's the fucking Technodrome coming in from Dimension X. I'm
All right.
pumped.
All right, well, The Avengers, Thor 2, Suicide Squad, Lady Ghostbusters, Fant 4-Stick, Transformers 3, Captain America, the first one, Iron Man, Big Hero 6, apparently. They did an animated version of that. And Man of Steel, all those. Big portal dimension in the sky.
Yeah, that's too much. You're right. That does happen a lot. You see the clouds sort of form a circle.
Especially around that time, around like that 6-year span there.
Maybe like the special effects guys, they were really like running a premium on that.
Yeah, they just had them saved on hard drives. They're like, I've got this one that's unused from this. You can just use that. They're like, all right, that sounds good.
Yeah. All right, so they jump off the Empire State Building. I'm like, are they gonna die? Is that we're opening this movie with the turtles committing suicide? But no, they've got like machines from Donnie, and they go grab a pizza. The pizza guy, it's a cameo by Kevin Eastman, one of the co-creators of the Turtles, and then they go to Madison Square Garden. They hang out in the Titantron and watch a Knicks game. Were there any basketball players you were excited to see in the scene?
Oh, absolutely. I'm glad that you asked me. The guy who slips on the pizza is DeAndre Jordan, and he just won a championship with the Denver Nuggets last week.
Riding
He sat
the
on the
bench.
bench the whole time.
Yeah.
But I mean, he played probably 15 minutes total in the playoffs, maybe something like that. But
That's enough for a championship ring.
absolutely, he was on the team. He won a championship ring. A few other guys. This was during the era of the Lob City Clippers, right? I don't know if you're familiar, but like Chris Paul, Blake Griffin, all those guys. But they couldn't get Chris Paul or Blake Griffin because they're famous people, right? But so they got Matt Barnes and they got JJ Redick from the Clippers.
I've heard of JJ Redick.
He has a podcast. He is on ESPN a lot doing like analysis stuff. He has a podcast. He's like, there's a lot of talks he might coach at some point in the future. So he's out there on NBA Twitter and stuff. I'm sure you know him.
Okay.
But also Carmelo, not in this scene, I didn't see him, but he's later on, Carmelo Anthony is in the movie.
Yeah, they go visit Will Arnett at one point at this like gala that's in his name because he's being credited with all that the Turtles did in the last movie, and there's a lot of cameos in that scene. First of all, his girlfriend is like a real model, and they're referring to her as her name, like her real model name.
Yeah, I assume that was just a model.
Yeah. He meets Carmelo Anthony, and he's like, "Oh, hey, Carmelo Anthony." You have to have his name show up, like full name.
But they have like a sit down. Like Carmelo has like a chat with somebody at some point.
Oh, really?
Carmelo, there's like a scene with Carmelo Anthony where he like talks to somebody, and they're like, "Hey, Carmelo." I don't remember what happened, but for sure it happened because they called him Mello at one point, and my thinking was if they ever make a new Ninja Turtles movie, they should have LaMelo Ball, and they should call him Mello as like a shout out to this movie when they called Carmelo Mello.
Great. I think that's a great plan. Everyone remembers the classic moment in the second live-action Turtles movie that no one saw, where somebody calls Carmelo Anthony Mello.
Well, I would have liked it.
All right.
I wish this movie came out like a few years earlier, and I wish that Carmelo was Jeremy Lin also. That would have been way better, like time and a place moment.
Logan, I gotta say, I was in New York City during Linsanity, and it was insanity.
Absolutely. I'm sure it was. I'm sure it was a great time.
People were excited.
Was that 2013?
All of a sudden, sports bars. People were going to sports bars, like even hipsters and shit, because everyone was into Jeremy Lin.
It didn't last very long. It was like a month long thing.
No, it literally was. It was like a flash in the dark.
But we were there. We loved it.
Yeah. Where were you during Linsanity? I was in the heat of it, gang. All right.
I was in like 8th grade.
All right. So April she's in disguise, which made me laugh a lot. Like already, she's like wearing a wig. She's doing some
thought she looked
undercover.
good. Blonde
Yeah.
wig.
And she's staking out Baxter Stockman, who is going to turn into a fly at some point. But this is Tyler Perry. I was so excited about it.
Really? Why you love Medea?
Yeah, I'm a big Tyler Perry guy. This was during that period where Tyler Perry was stepping away from Medea, trying to get some legitimate acting work, because he was in Gone Girl, like right around the same time, right?
Sure. 2 years prior, I think.
Yeah. Now I think he's back in his hole, just writing episodes of House of Pain. Well, no, House of Pain's over, but he's got a lot of TV shows on the air, and he's still making them Medeas.
Making them pitches to Jeff Probst. That's what he's famous for, right?
Oh yeah, Tyler Perry came up with the superpowered idol in Survivor Cagayan. Everybody knows that.
Right. That was all right. So that's Survivor 28. So I think that's 2014. So I think he had already done that. He had already changed Survivor by this point.
Yeah,
Pretty cool.
for the better.
Yeah. Well, I guess he didn't really change it. They never brought that back, I don't think.
Yeah, it's just that season. Tony Valachos. All right. So I'm excited. Baxter Stockman. And then, of course, Megan. Oh, yeah. Let's talk about it. Well, first, before Casey, there's the Halloween parade where Michelangelo meets a Transformer.
Oh, really?
Yeah, we get Platinum Dunes crossover.
Which one?
I think it's Bumblebee.
Oh, okay. I wish it was Chaz.
Is there a Transformer named Chaz?
I'm pretty sure, right? I mean, I didn't make that up.
Hey, do they use Soundwave in those movies? Because when I was a kid, there was a Transformer named Soundwave, and he was a giant tape deck.
I don't know. I couldn't answer that question. I'm very sorry.
Somebody let me know about that.
By the way, I think the Transformer's name is Jazz, not Chaz. I thought his name was Chaz.
Oh, it is Jazz. I know the one you're talking about, Jazz, because he had like gold teeth, and people thought it was racist because it was.
Damn, I thought it was Chaz my whole life. I was like, Chaz, the Transformer. That guy's cool.
No, Chaz is the name of Brendan Fraser's character, Fraser, in Airheads, of course.
Wow, I don't remember that.
Yeah. Now, then we meet Casey Jones. Casey Jones, first of all, ACAB, all Caseys are bad. He's a cop in this movie.
Yeah, very weird.
Yeah. I'm not into that. I'm also not into the fact that it's Stephen Amell.
You don't like him? Better than his brother, probably.
I gotta say, kind of prefer his brother.
Wasn't this guy the Arrow?
This guy was Arrow. He's definitely like more famous and popular than his brother. I think he also wrestled at a WrestleMania once.
Who did he wrestle?
I don't remember.
Evan Bourne? He'd match up great with Evan Bourne.
Why do you always bring up Evan Bourne?
I think they'd match up well together.
Airborne.
He's not going to fight the great Khali. He's going to fight Evan Bourne.
Stephen Amell wrestling WrestleMania. Here, I just Googled. It came right up.
Yeah. At a WrestleMania?
At a WrestleMania, yeah. Wow, listen to this. This is a
Am I
wide.
right? Evan Bourne?
No, it's not. It's not. But Stephen Amell, he teamed up with Neville, who is now in AEW as Pac. Okay. And they faced the tag team of Stardust, aka Cody Rhodes, and Wade Barrett.
Well, that's pretty cool. I'm gonna guess Cody and Wade Barrett won.
No, of course not. Stephen Amell, dude.
Are you serious?
Yeah, anytime a celebrity battles at WrestleMania, the celebrity wins.
Is that really true?
Yeah, Snoop Dogg beat The Miz this year.
Oh yeah, I remember Floyd Mayweather knocked out Big Show with brass knuckles.
There you go.
That was pretty cool.
Yeah, classic stuff.
That was real though, right? Didn't he actually hit him with brass knuckles?
No, shut the fuck up.
Oh, I was a little kid. I was like, damn, Big Show got knocked the fuck out.
That's so funny. When you're a kid, you do stuff like that, like, and then you remember it and say stupid things like that as an adult.
Exactly. Damn it.
Yeah. All right. So Stephen Amell, he's escorting Shredder to prison. It's a different Shredder in this movie. He looks completely different. I mean, I don't even know. Who is he?
Oh, you don't know? He's DK from Tokyo Drift. He's the
The
Drift
Drift
King.
King?
What's Drift? This guy's Drift.
Holy shit, what's Drift?
Brian T is the actor's name.
Wow, incredible. And he's got a full head of hair and a beard, which
Looks
is
very
in, vast contrast with the last Shredder we saw. And he's going to prison with two punk guys. A black fellow with a mohawk, and I'm like, that looks familiar to me. If you crossed him with a warthog, I bet you'd get Bebop. And then, more importantly,
What if he fought this person at WrestleMania? I just thought about that. That would have been great.
that would have been great, yeah, because Rocksteady is played by former WWE champion Sheamus.
Yeah, one-time champion. How many times was he the champion?
Oh, I would say many times.
I would
probably
say
3 or
many
4.
times too.
Yeah. He's
Sheamus
been
very
many time tag team champion with Cesaro. All right, United States champion. The only one he's never won is Intercontinental.
I would say Sheamus was in that tier for a while with like he definitely wasn't like an all-star with like Batista and Triple H and those guys, but I would say he was like competing with like Jack Swagger for titles for a while, but then I feel like he like got way better than Jack Swagger, right?
I mean,
remember Jack Swagger?
yeah, but of course he's in AEW now as Jake Hager. But fucking Sheamus defeated Daniel Bryan at WrestleMania in 13 seconds.
Yeah, well, I said Sheamus was better, but in my mind, I felt like they were on the same tier for a while. But then Sheamus, I was like, oh, Sheamus is way better than Jack Swagger. But
All I'm saying is Daniel Bryan is a many-time WWE champion, and Sheamus defeated him with one brogue kick.
but you're acting like I don't like Sheamus or something.
No, I'm not. I'm not acting like that. I'm just trying to make Sheamus give him his due props.
So he's way better than Jack Swagger. or something.
Yes, much
Okay.
much better than Jack
I
Swagger.
agree.
And
I'm
he's
just
still
telling you
wrestling.
that's what I thought.
He's still competing today for championships.
That's pretty cool. In the WWE?
Yeah, he lost to Gunther last year a couple times. Yeah, at WrestleMania, he fought Drew McIntyre and Gunther for the Intercontinental Championship. It was an amazing match.
Yeah, that sounds amazing. Drew McIntyre won?
No, Gunther.
Oh, you just said that. Okay.
Yeah.
All right, but that's pretty cool. I'm glad he's still doing well.
Yeah.
He's gone through a lot of cool hairstyles also, right?
He has, yeah. This took me back. I remember when he looked like this, with like all punky.
Yeah.
Speaking of punk, do you know who?
CM Punk should have had him.
Well, I'll tell you something.
Oh.
CM Punk auditioned for the role of Rocksteady
Wow.
in Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles Out of the Shadows, and they chose Sheamus over him.
They're like, this is a New York film, not Chicago. Get that out of here.
Yeah, and I'll tell you, Sheamus does live in New York. He lives in Brooklyn.
All right, that's pretty cool.
Dresses
You ever run
kind of
into him?
like a hipster in real life. No, I never saw him, but I would love to. If I saw Sheamus in real life, I would lose my shit.
You know it's him because you'd be blinded immediately, right?
Yeah.
You'd be like, oh, that's Sheamus.
God damn it!
There he is. He's coming.
Well, I hope he doesn't do an Irish curse backbreaker on me.
Oh man.
Huh? Or how about 10 beats of the Bowery? Or how
I
about
know the brogue kick.
White Noise? I know all his classic moves.
No.
See, I was hoping he'd brogue kick someone in this movie because we just saw Fast X where John Cena got to do an attitude adjustment.
Yeah, we weren't thinking the outside the box these days. I get that seems so inside the box though. It seems so obvious that if I had a wrestler, I would have them do their move in my movie, right?
I think back then they thought it would like take people out of the movie, but now they don't care. Like they know we're watching these on streaming.
Yeah, it does
Like,
take us out,
who
but
gives
they
a
know
shit?
that's what we want.
Yeah,
Yeah,
we're
we don't
already
care.
out.
Yeah, we're watching Fast Furious 10.
Yeah.
That's what we want.
All right. So there's a big freeway fight, sort of like Matrix Reloaded.
What's that when they break him out of the thing?
Yeah.
That's pretty cool.
Well, we get in the turtle van. It's shooting out manhole covers. Now, they never did this in the cartoon, but there was a toy. You could buy a toy turtle van, and that shot out manhole covers. So this is a reference to a toy.
Oh, so the toy was first.
No, it was a van in the cartoon, and then they made a toy out of that, and just for fun, you could shoot little manhole covers out of
But
it.
then this they based off the toy that shot.
That's right.
Things. That's pretty cool.
I agree.
All
right. What else you got?
And whoever came up with that idea for the toy should have gotten a lot of money. I hope.
I bet you they didn't.
You bet they did not.
Yeah, I'm sure they didn't.
Oh, well, that sucks. That's a great idea that nobody else thought of when they were making the show.
I agree.
And they used his idea for the movie. He definitely got paid. Come on.
You think so?
For sure. They used it in the movie.
All right. We meet Krang. He's in his big android. It's great. He looks great.
Really?
Yeah, he looks just like I always imagined Krang to look. Brad Garrett's doing a great job with the voice. I read weirdly that Brad Garrett is friends in real life with the guy who did Krang in the original cartoon.
All right.
And so like he's trying to do justice to that guy's voice. And he's doing a wonderful job. And Krang wants to open a Dimension X portal, and he sets us up with some MacGuffins. He's like, in order to do that, you need 3 things. Shredder, you got one of them. One of them's in a museum. One of them's in Brazil. Go get them.
There we
So
go.
that's sort of the rest of the movie. It's like Shredder trying to get these things, and the Turtles trying to stop Shredder from getting these things.
Does that sound boring to you? Imagine watching it. And it's 10 minutes longer than the first one. It's not that bad.
Come on.
This one is funnier.
It is funnier. It's goofy and it's more cowabunga-y. And
even Megan Fox says cowabunga. Do you like that part?
I loved it.
Yeah, that was pretty nice.
What about when they're jumping out of that plane and Raph is scared? It's great.
I don't know. That part I sort of have problems with because they're like, we're going to go find Bebop and Rocksteady, and then they're like, oh wait, Bebop and Rocksteady are on their way back. So now we're gonna jump out of the plane. It seems like a weird part of weird to put in your movie. Like they're going there, but then they realize they're coming back, so then they jump out. It's a weird action.
Good little action sequence, and then they crash landed in Brazil, and Raphael was next to a turtle.
Yeah. I mean, I definitely liked the action scene, but when I was like thinking about how the conceit of the action scene was a little convoluted, but I had no problem with it.
These movies are dog shit. They're dumb. They're really fucking stupid. But like, I'm at least watching this one to me, this one felt shorter than the first one, and it was longer.
I would say they felt about the same. I would say that. No, I mean, I'm not really complaining about that. But I like some of the parts, like the when they're like talking to Casey, and they're like Splinter's bad. You gotta like be careful about Splinter. And then they're also like, I'm Donatello. And they have like game show music. That's kind of fun.
I liked that too. And I liked when they tried to spook Casey when they first met him.
Yeah. By the way, they play a song, Hello, from Lionel Richie. Franchise crossover. Do you remember what other movie that was in that we talked about?
Ooh, give me a second. I feel like it's a comedy.
All right. It's pretty recent, within this year, 2023. Within the last few months. In the last 4 months.
Is it Puss in Boots?
No, but that's a pretty good guess. It was Scary Movie 4. They did like a Brokeback Mountain thing with Kevin Hart.
And I thought that was funny.
Yeah, it is pretty funny.
Oh God!
But then they're like, "Give me some peanuts." Peanuts.
Right. That was bad. Okay.
Yeah. But hello, Lionel Richie. Love that one. Love whenever that pops up.
I gotta ask you something.
Yeah.
What the fuck was Laura Linney doing in this movie?
Yeah, I don't know. She's like a police chief lady, and I thought she was good, actually. I like the movie.
She's one of the great actors in the world. But what is she doing? She's not even a character from the cartoon or the comics or anything. She's just like Laura Linney popping up in this movie as a random cop.
Yeah. What? I guess did she fire Casey? Is that what happens? Because Casey's a cop and he like breaks the rules.
Yeah, but then she rehires him when she finds out that he was telling the truth about the Turtles.
Yeah, it's because Casey let Shredder escape because they broke Shredder out, so he got fired. But then he was telling the truth, right? I don't know. I didn't really have that much of beef with her. or with even her role in the movie.
I've got no beef. It's always a nice thing to see Laura Linney. I just don't understand the process of the filmmakers of this movie going like, let's get Laura Linney for this role, and then them calling Laura Linney and Laura Linney saying, yes, I'll do that role.
She's not a famous person, Laura Linney.
Yes,
Is she?
she is. She's a multi-time Oscar nominee.
I mean, like, people who really watch movies know Laura Linney, but if you're like talking to somebody and you mention Laura Linney, I feel like they're not going to know who they are.
They would too. The Big C was a big hit on Showtime. If they still don't know who you're talking about, you just say the wife from the Truman Show. They know what you're talking about. Ozark. She won. Ozark was huge.
All right, fair enough. I underestimate Laura Linney, I guess.
You do.
I liked her.
God damn it.
I'm sorry.
3-time Oscar nominee.
For what? 3 times?
I just looked it up. You Can Count on Me, Kinsey, and The Savages.
Yeah, haven't seen any of them.
All right. She was nominated for all 4 seasons of Ozark at the Emmys. She won an Emmy for Big C. She won an Emmy for playing Abigail Adams in the John Adams miniseries. And she won a guest actress Emmy for being in an episode of Frasier with Kelsey Grammer.
Yeah. All right. That's fair.
Yeah.
So you say she shouldn't have been in the movie?
I just think it's crazy.
Yeah. All right.
All
Can I bring up something crazy?
I would love to hear it.
This is something that I thought you completely made up. I didn't know it was a real thing. I thought it was just a joke because this person's last name sounds like this word, and I thought you thought it was funny. But this is a real place in New York, and I'm just very, very, very stupid. This is the Hayden Planetarium. They're like, the Hayden Planetarium was overtaken, and I was like, I'm sorry, what did you just say? I rewound it. I was like, yeah, they said the Hayden Planetarium, and then I looked it up. I was like, wow, that's a real place, and I'm dumb. But yeah, that was awesome. The Hayden Planetarium.
Right. Yeah, because I always refer to Hayden Panettiere as Hayden Planetarium.
Yeah, and I thought it was just a joke because I thought like Henry couldn't pronounce her name in that episode, and you were like, "Oh, planetarium," because it sounded like he said planetarium, and then that sort of just stuck. But no, you were referencing something I didn't know.
Yeah, it's the fuck. I've been there, the Hayden Planetarium.
Yeah, very cool. Very.
By
cool.
the way, I've been to multiple places they shot in this movie because I've been at the bar where Bebop and Rocksteady had a drink in with Mayhem.
Is this better than Scream 6? Because they film
in
at
terms
real
of New
places.
York locations, absolutely.
You could tell they're shooting at real places. Like Megan Fox will be doing like a news thing, and you're like, oh, that's really like
she's in
Megan
front
Fox
of the fucking
doing.
Flatiron Building.
Yeah, you're like, oh, you can appreciate that sort of stuff. So that's actually nice. That's a good point.
Fucking Scream 6.
I'm sorry.
Scream goes to Canada. All right, what else you got?
When they were in the plane, they referenced Vin Diesel. What would Vin Diesel do?
Which is funny because I said out loud right before that happened to Dallas. I was like, this is just like that scene in that Fast and the Furious movie where they drive cars out of the airplane. And
that
then
hasn't happened yet.
Oh, I guess it hadn't happened, but that's what I referenced. And when Raph was scared,
Maybe it did. I think that's 2015, maybe.
All right, when Raph was scared of jumping out of the plane, I was like, he's the Roman.
Yeah.
Right? Because Roman was scared.
Yeah, exactly.
Tej had to do a remote control on his car.
Mm-hmm.
All right. What else you got?
I don't know. I have something. Another joke about the foot. They make another like pun about the foot's name. They're like, whenever they take Tyler Perry off, they're like, "You're just a footnote in the plans that we're trying to execute."
Yeah, I enjoyed
They're
that.
doing like jigsaw type wordplay. I sort of like it.
Yeah, what's wrong with that?
Nothing's wrong with it. I like it. For Shredder, what's going to happen with Shredder? I guess they're not going to make another movie, but he got frozen at the end of this movie. What do you think they had planned with him?
I don't know, but I thought that was pretty hardcore. Like Krang just takes him out.
Yeah, I thought that was pretty cool.
And then he gets put into this like it looked like the thing at the end of Cabin in the Woods, like just a big wall of people in prison, and
like when they come out of the elevator at the end.
Like when they are, when they're in that box looking around.
I guess so.
All right. Anyway, next to him there were things from the Turtles. There were references in that scene.
Yeah.
Yeah, we saw a neutrino and a triceraton or whatever those were called.
All right. That's cool. I didn't notice.
All right, what else you got, Logan?
The turtles at the very end of the movie, they get keys to the city because that's like the whole thing was that Will Arnett was like taking the credit, but now they're all out of the shadows and they're heroes, right? And they're all like, "Hey, my key's bigger than your key." They're like Beavis and Butthead. I thought that was kind of cool.
Yeah, that's all right. Nothing wrong with that. Now they're going to be real stars. The next movie would have dealt with them dealing with fame.
Well, not really, because they say at the end of this, they're like, well, now you can stay out and be part of the city. And they're like, no, we actually like our old place. And then I think they go back underground.
They're still going to live in the sewer, but I feel like now they just like walk around the city and get mobbed.
But so they're going to be out more, you're saying?
I think so.
I hope so. It does end there, like in the Statue of Liberty. So that means they're out of the shadows.
They certainly are. So, what do you give this movie?
I don't know. I feel like talking about it, I kind of liked it more. But I feel like the plot was just too much with the guy with the head and the stomach. I didn't love him and the portal. I was just really bored by the plot of the movie. I like some of the other parts of it, like it was funnier. Characters were maybe a little better. Bebop and Rocksteady, kind of cool. But the plot was just made me so bored. I'll go 1, but I think I liked it more than the last one.
I'm giving it a 2.
Yeah, that's cool. Good for you.
All right. MVP?
I'm going to go with...
Seamus?
No. I liked Donatello again.
You need to go with him?
No, I'm going to go Will Arnett. I think Will Arnett was less creepy in this one and more funny. You were able to enjoy Will Arnett more because she was more like with Casey, kind of.
Yeah.
So I'm going to go Will Arnett.
I'm going MVP Krang.
Yeah. All right. That's fine.
All right. Who's your LVP?
My LVP, I'm going to go with, I think, Tyler Perry.
Interesting. I was gonna go with Shredder. I thought Shredder was kind of lame in this one, but
he's DK. Can't do
he's
that.
DK, the Drift King.
What about this character that I thought died in the last movie? Her name is Karai.
Yeah.
She died.
She's played by a different actor in this one, right?
Right. Yeah, she is. But like, she's taken out in the last movie somehow, and I was like, all right, that character's dead. And in this movie, they call her by the name of that other character.
Yeah.
I guess
thought
she's alive.
she died on that long hill. In the
Right.
But apparently not.
Nope, she's back, and she survives this one too. Might go her. I'm gonna go her LVP.
That's fair, honestly.